I've noticed that my queens keep leaving the house with these bonnets on. And I'm just like, oh my God, is this who we are? Is this what we represent?
I know this, I know I love him, I love him.
Hello, my beautiful stones and gems. Welcome to the first episode of the Mama Medusa podcast, a safe space for Black women to come together, have uncomfortable conversations, laugh, and also heal. 2021 was a crazy year for all of us, but for me especially because this was the year that I started making TikToks. I wanted to take this time to reflect and let y'all know what was going on. There was so much that was going on behind the closed doors, behind the scenes, that y'all do not know about, that creators, Black creators like myself, are not afforded opportunities to talk about because of community guidelines, because of, people constantly policing my content. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. You can kind of see the direction of where we're going. But yeah, I'm about to just break it down to you. So I thought I would take this time to present to you my 2021 TikTok journey. The good, the bad, the ugly, the rise, the fall, and the redemption. And all in the same year, I hit over 50K. I had 3.5 million views and visits to my page. I was everywhere. I was everywhere. I was capitalizing on it. I had a sponsor. And then my page got mass reported, and deleted twice, actually. Got it deleted, got it back, and came back again, and it got deleted again. And it was a whole big thing. And I never told anyone about it. I never talked about it. I never talked about the depression that came with it. There are men who actually want to provide for their women, but you probably didn't grow up seeing that. Because dysfunction has been normalized within their household, they think that all women should be able to operate within a dysfunctional capacity like their mom. My whole platform is created for Black women. And so I was making content on YouTube, and I was doing my thing, Sometimes every once in a while I would hit maybe like 800 views or 1,000 views. Very seldomly. I got most of my attention on Instagram, but my views were going down, guys. I was not getting the support that I needed on YouTube. And so that's why I transitioned to TikTok. With no intentions of, making a career out of it or, anything like that. I just started posting just because I was bored. The pandemic hit and I didn't have anything to do. And so I was just making content, just talking about whatever I was talking about. And I remember the first time one of my videos took off, and I felt like I really did feel like I was famous for a little bit. And that's another thing, TikTok does not prepare you for, TikTok literally pushes these people, literally, and I don't want to say nobodies, but it takes someone from literally 0 to 100, and it can be a lot. And I feel like the average person cannot handle that. I created my podcast for the same reason I created my TikTok, was, yes, one, to find a safe space for Black women and create a safe space for us to come together, but more importantly, to create a safe space for myself. I needed to talk. I needed to get these thoughts out of my head, and I needed a platform where I could reach a larger audience in a expeditiously amount of time, in a greater amount of time. Look at me trying to sound like T.I. But yeah, I needed that, and TikTok was that for me, and TikTok was at first that safe space, but it is no longer a safe space for me now. The time where I felt the most safe on TikTok was, like I said in the beginning, when I had probably less than 1,000 followers. Definitely, shit started to go down south once you hit 10K, but I don't want to get ahead of myself.
10K.
40-inch hair, yours came in a pack. Camera so fat, you can see it from the back.
When did you stop respecting yourself? Queen Sugarfoot. I'm a Black woman in America. Being politically correct is not a flex, nor is it the goal. You sound like a leftist, liberal, white woman. Ew, get it together. And then I started going viral. And that is when, you go to the wrong side. You go to the wrong side of TikTok. Sometimes you find yourself on the wrong side of TikTok, child. TikTok's algorithm is so advanced that you can go from 0 to 100 like literally real quick, like in a matter of minutes, seconds, honestly. And it's crazy and it's overwhelming. But just keep that in mind for any new creators out there, anybody that wants to start their TikTok journey in the new year. That's just something to keep in mind. And that's why I'm making this video. I'm getting emotional just thinking about it, honestly. Like, I had a whole script for you guys, honestly, and I was gonna go bit by bit by bit, but I'm not even gonna do that. I'm just gonna kind of just go off the cusp, you know. So everything was going good. Everything was going great, honestly. I was gaining a following, and like one thing about me, I never encourage people to attack others. Like, I want you to, again, it's a safe space, so we can agree. I want you, I don't mind you disagreeing. I expect you to disagree. People have been disagreeing with me my whole life. And so that was the first, in the beginning, I would hear, you know, you're doing it for clout and blah 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 blah. You hear so many, some of the things that you hear on that app though, it's just you can't let it get to your head. You can't let it affect you.
My whole face in the jump. Makes it super easy.
Okay, I like that. I too have a natural water supply that could produce very similar results, probably even better.
Fucking man that comes along. No black woman in your fucking town wanted that man, and you fucking know it. He came to you out of default, bitch.
If I was doing a video, y'all could see all the videos, you know, your favorite ones. You didn't see me all over this app. I stitched someone's video. I went viral. It hit 2.1 million views. I think over like a couple months, but it did what it did, and it jumped me from 10,000 to, I want to say 23,000 or something like that, within like a day or two. So that's my journey, and that's how most people on the app. That's how you flip it. You just keep making content. You keep on being you. You keep being consistent, making quality content. People gonna gravitate towards you. You're gonna get the haters. The haters are gonna come. And once you get your first viral video, get a couple under your belt, you good, you gravy. And if you like me, shit, I'm gonna be honest. In the beginning of my journey, in my TikTok journey, your girl was hitting 100K on a regular and like weekly. Like my videos was, like now these little 45, 50K videos that I'm doing now, like that's, I don't know, TikTok has changed their algorithm, and I don't mind because I'm not trying to be all over everybody's face. You know, my content ain't for everybody, so I don't need to be on everybody For You page, child. So I'm kind of glad that they've, you know, pulled back the reins a little bit. But yeah, in the beginning, I was everywhere. Like I was, again, and it was a lot. It was very overwhelming. I did a video about Meghan Markle. I remember that one went viral, or to me, it depends on what you consider to be viral. To me, viral is anything over 1 million. Actually, and then even that, like on TikTok, that's light work. Portia Williams used Breonna Taylor's death as a rebranding strategy. Don't care about Meghan Markle, bruh, at all. She made a conscious decision to marry into the most racist family in the world. Baby mama has and always has been a derogatory term that was associated with black women. Prior to me going viral, right, I was at 10K, and I told you that's where the shit started. That's when I started, you know, going onto the wrong people's page. I was showing up on the wrong people's pages and shit. Everybody and their mama was stitching my videos, child. It was so bad to the point where I was getting tired of seeing my face because I was always just seeing it all over the place. People was constantly just, you know, you always see the very beginning of the first 6 seconds of the original video, and people was just stitching my videos like the yin yang. So my face was just everywhere. It felt like it was everywhere, at least. What? She had the right one, and the right one was the light one, because she's literally been disrespecting dark-skinned black women forever. It's really giving me anxiety, honestly, and like I'm kind of jumping around right now, but like, you know, seeing your face everywhere, that was a lot for me, especially if you're not used to it. Like I wasn't like an influencer. I still don't consider myself to be an influencer, but the influence is definitely there. I downplay what I've done and my contribution on this app. I've done a lot just in a year. Like so much has happened. I don't think y'all understand. Like when I tell you, again, like I'm breaking it down for you. I went from 0 to 50K within maybe 6 to 7 months. And I lost it all, and now I'm back. And it feels so good, and it feels so great, and I'm so happy. Yeah, I did. There was some bad times that came with it. I developed high depression and anxiety on this app. I'm not going to say that, it wasn't there. I definitely was already struggling with it, but it made it a lot worse. I think that I was using TikTok to escape from it, and it was fine up until I went viral, and that's when I was just everywhere, and that just made it worse. And like the constant, like when you want to make, I'm a creator, like I want to create, I want to talk to people, I want to connect to people, I want to share my thoughts, and I want them to be, you want them to be received, and understood. And you don't have to agree with it. I mean, I would like for you to agree, but I would, I don't mind I don't mind my thoughts being challenged. You just have to be careful with how you navigate throughout social media in general, but TikTok especially, because TikTok is a beast and they know exactly what they're doing. They set the app up for you to be addicted to it and to be on it for hours and hours and hours. And that's exactly what I was doing, bruh. Like sitting up on the app, reading all the comments, and sometimes it was too many. Like at some points when your videos are taken off, it's too much to even read. You can't even process it. When I see the positive feedback, I definitely resonate with it and I appreciate it. I really do. However, it just feels like it's not as some days feel better than others. Put it that way. Some days feel better than others. Some days I feel a little more hate, a little more hateration in the mix, a little more, than usual. And it can be overwhelming. It can, and it can be depressing. And I don't like to admit that it affects me, but it does. I mean, people. And that's another thing that comes with it, with the anxiety. Like I do feel like I'm not able to open up.
Do you feel protected by black men?
No. In fact, I feel the exact opposite. If anything, I feel like I'm more in danger when I'm around black men than anything. There are a lot of emotions that come to mind when I think about black men, but the last thing I feel is a sense of safety. 24 hours, I've been told that I should get lynched. I've been told that I should be raped by a white man, continuously harassed by white people, and it's just now starting to die down. People are brutal, and they feel empowered to do things and say things that they would never say and do to someone's face. And even today, like, I find myself, because I'm always on the defense mode, I find myself becoming colder and colder. And that's not something that I want for myself, honestly, if I'm being honest. Like, I'm in a very reflective space right now. The new year is approaching. I'm recording this. It's the 30th tomorrow. It's the day before New Year's Eve. So this video should be out by the new year. So again, this is just me being honest with what I'm going through as a creator. Sometimes it just feels like you have nobody. Like sometimes it just feels like you say anything and it's like you have people like, supporting you and this, that, and the third, but it just feels like when it's all said and done, like when you're in the fire, when your videos are being, when you for those who, if you know, if you, I can't explain it, but when you're in it, it just feels like it's just you by yourself and you just defending yourself and all you got. I mean, unless a larger creator comes over, but then who wants all that shit? All the shit that comes with them, all the large creators, all that drama that comes with them and their following. Don't nobody want that shit. Don't nobody want to be involved with that. Child, it's like you can't say anything. Like TikTok is so high school. Like, and listen, I graduated high school officially 10 years ago. Okay, it's 2022. It's about to be 2022. I graduated high school in 2012, honey. Okay, I'm 27. All right. So, I haven't been acclimated with high school in quite some time. And that's why I'm transitioning off of TikTok, honestly. I'm only going to use TikTok to promote, what I have going on. But other than that, like, I can't allow myself to get too wrapped up in it. And I encourage anybody that's listening, that has a listening ear, to do the same. All these faceless accounts, these troll accounts, these private accounts with no picture, no nothing to trace them. What if they all was like TikTok work, like people that worked for TikTok, and they were just like, we're keeping the mess alive? Wouldn't that be funny? I wouldn't even be surprised if that was the case, because I just can't believe that there are actual human beings on this earth. I mean, that feel and do and do this. I feel like some of this shit is, obviously there are people who do it, but I feel like there's some people or there's some metrics that are involved that make it like this. Like a whole whistleblower at TikTok headquarters that said that they had someone who, you know, if I guess like someone who was reporting people's pages and creators' pages that they did not like, and had them up on a roster, I guess. And I truly believe that I'm one of those people that was on that list, on that naughty list, okay? And he was, or she or they was checking it twice. And I think that they was, I think because my shit is constantly under surveillance. My stuff is always getting flagged for being bullying and harassment. Even when I'm spitting some real stuff, and I'm not even talking about anybody specifically. So how can I bully you who am I bullying if I'm talking about a general ass topic? What? Like 2021 was a great year for me. It was just highly influenced by this is like a new thing. This was the first year, 2021 was the first year I started making TikToks, and, you know, cause I wasn't doing that prior. And, you know, and I felt like it kind of like took over. Like, I feel like TikTok really took over my 2021, y'all. For real. I don't know about everybody else, but definitely for me, so many opportunities. I started working with the first independent Black-owned business at Foot Locker to have their items sold at Foot Locker, Bungie Ablacheni. Shout outs to the Mama Medusa book club. I increased my book club, y'all. If you're not in my book club, it's okay. It's about to be real exclusive over there, because we might have too many members, honey. We might not. I don't want no ops in my book club, child. So I might have to start, you know, clinking down on the members. But we are definitely expanding. So many blessings. Your girl graduated in 2021. Yes. Finally. I really am proud of myself, because, again, there's so much that y'all don't see. I just was talking about TikTok, y'all. Y'all didn't see, you know, what was going on and what we was going through, you know, offline, child, and even the years before that, and how we was able to, you know, the good, the bad, how we was able to get here, and we just kept pushing through, and I'm just so happy for that. And I'm also happy that I was able to connect with y'all, because I wouldn't have been able to do it without y'all, if we being honest. Even the trolls. Like, I didn't want to take the time to thank them, but I mean, hey, I wouldn't. I mean, they contribute to all of it. So all of it, I'm just so happy. I'm just happy. And I'm just like, oh my God, is this who we are? Is this what we represent?